Good evening, everyone. Dallin Larson, founder of Vasayo, and welcome to tonight's live Facebook, I guess they call it the Facebook Live call. So this is live TV. We'll do our best to not mess this up. On the call tonight, we've got Dr. Emick Blair. You're going to be hearing from Emick in a few minutes as we unveil the starting lineup for Vasayo. Before I bring Emick on the call, I wanted to share a couple of things with you. First of all, it is game time. Our last Facebook call where we unveiled the name of the company was during Game 1 of the World Series, and tonight is Game 7, so timing is everything, right? It is game time, so we'll go through this call, and you can go watch the last 8 innings of the game. I don't know if you're cheering for the Cubbies or the Indians, but some city is going to be very excited tonight for their first World Series in a long time. I want to share with you a letter I received a couple of weeks ago from an individual, and I'm going to protect this individual's name. But a lot of people have asked, Dallin, why are you and Carrie starting a company? And I've kind of gone through that in our video. That's, by the way, if you want to introduce anybody to Vasayo right now, what I'd recommend you do is a couple of things. Go to the website. It's vasayo.com, and it's obviously very stripped down. It's going to be unveiled in January when we do the soft launch and start shipping products and paying commissions. But we have put that video of Carrie and I up on Vasayo.com, and that seems to be getting really good traction. So if you've got people who you think may be interested in a new opportunity come January, or even now to be one of the first in the world to be part of this, what I believe will be a global brand, send them to Vasayo.com and watch that video. But anyway, I got this letter, and I'm not going to talk about my former experience very often, but she references the name of Monavie in this letter. I refer affectionately to this experience as our former community, and that's how I'm going to say that. I want everyone to feel welcome at Vasayo, whether you were involved with this before or not. This company is largely going to be built with new friends from around the world who we haven't worked with in the past. But anyway, I wanted to read this because when people say, why are you starting this company? It's for people, I will call her Julie. It's for people like Julie. You know, we've seen people make $100,000 a week, $50,000 a week, $150,000 I think was the largest weekly income in our former community. We gave away a lot of Ferraris and Lamborghinis and Mercedes and took trips around the world with people, and that was a lot of fun. But more than all of that stuff, Carrie and I, we want to provide a safe home for people who need to make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month. My belief is you show someone how to make an extra $500 a month, then they can go to an extra $1,000 a month. And if they can get to $1,000 a month, they can figure out how to make more than that. So that's about as complicated as our training is going to be at Vasayo, and we're going to teach you how to get to $500 a month, then how to get to $1,000 a month, and then step 3, how to get to $1,000 a week. And then once you've got that figured out, you can go up to as high as your dreams are willing to take you. So Dallin, Monavie was my first experience in direct selling. I absolutely fell in love with the culture and the people. When I look back at my years in Monavie, it was without a doubt one of the top highlights in my life. I grew as a mom, wife, and most importantly, my faith. I loved helping others identify their dreams and then help them grow and achieve those dreams. My truest relationships were born while promoting Monavie, its leaders and its products. There honestly is not enough space for me to explain what life-changing blessings came from being part of such a special company. When I got to that part, I started to get emotional because I've missed those times. I've missed that culture. She goes on to say, I'm at a crossroads right now. I literally have been praying for the last several weeks for God to show me how I can help my family. I am working 2 jobs, one of which is absolutely killing me emotionally. My husband is working full-time and going to law school. We have 3 kids that need their parents more, not the worn-out shells we are becoming. I was my most content, proudest, and most fulfilled when I was doing Monavie. I need to feel those feelings again. I'm losing time with my babies, and I don't want to keep laying down at night asking God for forgiveness because I wasn't there physically or emotionally for my kids that day. So many times you would talk about having childlike faith and believing in what we have in front of us. Right now, I have that childlike faith as I listen to what you and Carrie are about to do. You know, Carrie and I read that and got pretty emotional. That's why we're starting this company. And I read that and I turned to Carrie and I said, Carrie, that's why we're doing this. For the single moms, for the married moms and dads who have 2 and 3 jobs and precious little time with their children, and their lives pass by so quickly. it's almost like a blinking of an eye, and your kids go from a newborn to teenage years. So we want to start this company to take some of the pressure off of families and parents, to give them some time freedom to be able to quit one of those jobs and to be able to spend more time with their kids. So that, my friends, is why Vasayo. I want to put a special shout out to a good friend of mine, Daryl Iyer. When we unveiled the acronym for Monavie, I said, vision and steadiness assures your outcome. And Daryl emailed me a couple of days ago and said, Dallin, as I've thought about that acronym, I think you're wasting the A with the word and. I recommend the word action. And as I looked at it, I said, Daryl, that's absolutely better. And so that just shows you that, look, this is very organic. We're growing this thing, and it takes a community to build a culture. So thank you, Daryl. So the acronym now stands for Vision, Action, Steadiness assures your outcome. Now with that, in the video that is now available on Facebook, facebook.com/Vasayo, I've got my own personal Facebook, which is Dallin A. Larson, but I want to try to migrate people to the Vasayo Facebook. You can help us by liking that Facebook page. That'll ensure that on the SEO, we've got a lot of positive press on the first couple pages. When people Google in Vasayo, what do they see? So like our Facebook page, but you can go to facebook.com/Vasayo, add it to your favorites. That's where you're going to go to find new information on what's happening with Vasayo as we lead up to this January launch of the company. But one of the videos on there was an interview I did with Dr. Emmett Blair a couple of weeks ago, where we talked about the delivery system of the liposome delivery. And we were not going to get back into space unless we could find something completely disruptive. And with Dr. Emmett Blair, we have found that, because I believe that he is turning nutrition on its head. So many things have changed and evolved. You look at a Model T and you look at a Ferrari, they're none of the same. They're completely separate, different. There has been so little advance, so few advances in nutrition over the last 2 and 3 decades. But what Emmett has come up with his liposome delivery, where he is taking these liposomes, we're putting nutrients inside that liposome, enveloping them into a liposome where the cell recognizes it as natural and not a foreign invader, and says, come on in. And it welcomes this liposome into the cell, and then all of a sudden these nutrients do what they're designed to do. So we've taken the finest nutrition and put them with his liposomes that Emmett has the proprietary blend on. I asked Emmett, I'll talk to Emmett. I'll ask him a couple of questions for you, hopefully questions you would want to ask Emmett if you were here on this Facebook call. Dr. Emmett Blair from Colorado, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Wonderful. Emmett, so let's talk about these liposomes for just a second. Are they safe for children? Or just take 2 minutes and talk about the delivery system, because some products have good nutrients, and maybe there's some different delivery systems, but it's my belief that the Vasayo will be the first nutritional company out there that is putting the right nutrients with the right delivery that I believe will show an increased bioavailability, so that when people actually swallow one of our tablets or take a liquid gel in their mouth, that it'll actually do something rather than creating expensive whatever, okay? Urine, perhaps. And that's just kind of the fact. That's my reality. Go ahead and express your thoughts and what moved you to create this new technology. How is it different than what's in the marketplace? How far ahead are we of the competition that once they see what we're doing, that try to copycat what we've got?
Right. Well, that's a lot of ground to cover, but let's just simplify it down to a couple points. And that is that, like you mentioned before, when you take most nutritional supplements, they pass right through your body, and you don't get the benefit of it, because if you don't absorb it, your body can't use it. So in a peer-reviewed published paper that came out a few months ago, we actually showed explicitly that, for instance, a dietary supplement, a vitamin as simple as vitamin C, passes through your body. However, when we put these bubbles around the vitamin C, all of a sudden we saw significant increase in absorption into the blood, and we saw some nice efficacy from the vitamin C, right? Like, once again, if it doesn't absorb, it can't do anything. So the real advantage that we have is that our process is natural. We don't use heat, We don't use pressure. We don't use toxic solvents in order to make these materials, right? So purity starts from the beginning and goes all the way to the end, right? So you know all the ingredients are good. And then the liposomes themselves, right, these little bubbles that carry the nutrition through your digestive tract to your blood, they themselves are made out of a really, really important molecule called phosphatidylcholine. And that's what your brain is made out of. That's what your liver is made out of. That's what the cells in your body are made out of. So we're not adding extra ingredients in there that aren't good for your body. Every component in our formulas help your body to function, to live, to metabolize, you know, fats and carbohydrates, create energy, and really just to live well.
So Emick, give me an example. First of all, you're a scientist, a PhD over in Colorado. Your wife is a PhD as well. And would you take a nutritional supplement today? Would you ingest a nutritional supplement that wasn't wrapped in a liposome?
I haven't done that for a long time at this point. And the reason is because, you know, I'm one of those people that oftentimes get like an upset stomach if I take a regular multivitamin. And, you know, that upset stomach is oftentimes caused by the fact that your body is actually rejecting that tablet rather than absorbing it, right? So now you've taken something for your health, and instead of it helping you, it actually upsets, you know, your stomach. It works against you. So, and that's why, you know, I've been in this industry now for, you know, since 2001, basically wrapping lipids around various biological molecules, right? But, you know, in the last 7-8 years, I've pretty much taken all my supplements in these liposomes because it really helps me get the full benefit of my nutrition.
Okay, 2 quick questions. Vitamin C. I mean, I would think of all the vitamins, that vitamin may be the easiest to absorb in your body. True or false?
Probably of all the vitamins, it's as easy as it's going to get.
And if I take a vitamin C tablet that's not wrapped in a liposome, what percentage of that vitamin C is going to get into my blood versus I just throw it away and it's wasted?
Right. So clinical studies have shown that if you take even as little as 1 gram of vitamin C, which is your typical dose out there, you're going to reject somewhere between 85 and 90% of that vitamin C, which means you're only absorbing 10 to 15%.
So you're throwing away 85% of it, roughly? Is that 85 to 90%, something?
That's exactly right. Now, when you're talking about other vitamins like B12, the number is significantly higher. You reject well over 90% of it.
Okay, so we're taking a best case scenario of the vitamins. Vitamin C, you're still throwing away 85% of it. What about like resveratrol, curcumin? Those are 2 ingredients that seem to be pretty hot right now. Talk to us about how those are absorbed in the body if they're not wrapped in the liposome.
Right. So the clinical study out there, and of course, you know, different papers show slightly different numbers, but the ones that I usually go by show that about 99% of resveratrol and curcumin gets rejected from the body. Mm-hmm. You know, there's some papers that show lower, there's some papers that show a little bit higher, but 1% seems about right. Wow.
Well, there's going to be copycats. People are going to see what we're doing. They're saying, "Wow!" I mean, and then we're going to show the clinicals and there's papers on these various, you know, some of the stuff that you've done that we'll make available. But as we introduce the product, we'll be doing the studies on the overall product and show the results for bioavailability. And I think that's going to be very exciting. Would you agree?
Oh yeah, I mean, I just can't wait. It's going to be so great. We're going to collaborate with universities around the world. We're going to, you know, work with other contract research organizations to really prove how well these ingredients are going to absorb into people's blood and what kind of results we're going to be able to get from this. I mean, at this point, there's really not going to be any products, or there haven't ever been any products on the market like this. You know, and as we go through them, these are really, really going to be interesting because up until now, similar products that even I'd say we still formulate them a little bit better are just in traditional tablets and capsules, so people are seeing marginal effect. Can you imagine what kind of results we're going to get in our clinical studies once we show how well things deliver, and then what results, you know, how that's going to affect people and their health?
What do you think on, like, you talked about the B vitamins where it's like upwards of 97% or something like that. I don't want to misquote you. 95% of it's wasted, only 5% bioavailability or something like that. How would the B vitamins be absorbed when they're wrapped in a liposome, like we're going to do?
Right. Now, for these kind of ingredients, we're still in the
Preliminary.
stages, pardon me, preliminary stages of studying them. So, it's looking like the absorption is going to go up to about 4 or 5 fold, but that data still, we still need to develop it a little bit more.
What about like resveratrol and curcumin? Any idea on that, or is that the same?
That also is data we're still developing, but it's looking like it's going to be somewhere between 30 and 60 times better absorption.
Wow, but it's safe to say that these products that we're introducing are going to be significantly more bioavailable than other products that are designed for within these various categories. Fair to say?
Yeah, that's fair to say. I mean, that's the goal that we're striving towards, right? We're going to wrap all of these in liposomes, and because usually you have to look at things one at a time, and that's part of the evolution of our products is that we're actually taking complete, comprehensive formulations, right? Most of the products out there, it's like 1, maybe 2 ingredients. I mean, we're going to have a full core essential type of multivitamin that we're going to be able to offer. A product like that in liposome has never been offered before.
So these are first, never before seen, which is exciting. It's disruptive. Would you agree?
Absolutely. I mean, this is brand new, brand new, cutting edge.
I've heard you say that. I mean, there's a few other liposome manufacturers in the country, and I don't want to belabor this point much longer. I want to get into each of the specific products and talk about them. But how far ahead are we of the competition? How are our liposomes different? And what have we done to own a space?
Right. So number one, these type of comprehensive formulas just don't exist out there in the market, right? And as we go one through the next, there are 5 products, that will become self-evident. The other thing that's really nice is our manufacturing process is completely natural, right? So this is truly a copy of how your body wants to absorb nutrition, right? We don't add any kind of toxic solvents in there, and we don't beat up the nice natural ingredients that we use with temperature or pressure. So, we can make this at the highest quality and be able to bring this into every single person's home because we've got that kind of capacity.
Safe for kids, Emick? And what age?
Yeah, I mean, 4 and up, no problem at all. Of course, children that are younger than 4, they should definitely consult the pediatrician to make sure that, everything's working with their development. But these products are strong enough to be effective, but gentle enough to be used every single day.
Great. Vegetarian?
Yes, our products are going to be 100% vegetarian.
Gluten-free?
There's no ingredients that are going to be derived from gluten, and we're going to test them and ensure that they are, in fact, gluten-free.
Non-GMO?
Absolutely. All our products are going to be tested for GMOs. We're going to use certain ingredients that we can certify from the farm, identity protected, that they're going to be non-GMO, and anything else that we can't confirm ourselves, we'll test them and make sure that they're non-GMO.
Okay, binders and fillers. You see a lot of these strange sounding names on various fact panels. Talk about binders and fillers quickly.
Absolutely not. Every ingredient in our products are designed to help the people who take them. They're not designed to help the machines run that make the ingredients, right? We're not going to add things in there like magnesium stearate or sand or other kinds of weird lubricants that people aren't really designed to eat.
Okay, we have to have a preservative in there. Talk to us just for a second, because I'm sure some people will ask about what preservative we're using, so address that.
So 3 of our products are going to be liquids. So in the 3 products, we're going to use a very small amount, less than 0.05% potassium sorbate. Now, online, people write all kinds of things about potassium sorbate, but at small doses, and even at high doses, it's completely safe. It's naturally found in a variety of berries, such as blueberries, ashberries, etc. And, the list goes on and on. So if you like to eat berries, you're eating this quote-unquote preservative, right? It's a natural ingredient that also helps, keep a good long shelf life for products.
Okay, great. Versus not having any preservative at all. What's the problem without having a preservative at all?
Well, if you don't have a preservative, then you need to use the product within, about a month, right? So by the time we made it and sent it to somebody's home, it would already expire. It did mold and yeast growing in it, and a variety of other issues.
So you're completely comfortable with the preservative on that?
Absolutely. I've been taking it for years. We've never had any issues with it for the 7-8 years that I've been making these products. Like I said, there's some what I feel is misinformation out there, online, which happens at times. But otherwise, it is completely safe. It's used in products across the board and has shown really, really high safety.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, folks, we are starting Vasayo. Vasayo is going to become a global brand, a brand that you can trust. In everything that we do, we're gonna do our very best to put you in a safe harbor, so you can build a business that will stand the test of time in every area, from the products to the compensation to the and everything else. But we're starting with the nutritional line, a starting lineup of 5 products. So we're going to introduce our starting 5. The brand name is MicroLife. So every nutritional product we introduce will come out with the MicroLife name, and then at the bottom of the label it'll say by Vasayo. I think it's designed to be elegant looking as well as clinical. So I hope that you're as proud as we are what these products are going to look like first. And secondly, I hope that your experience with these products, and we believe that you will have some wonderful experience with each of these products. Now, we're launching in 5 very large product categories within nutrition. The first category is called our Core Essentials. This is your vitamins and your trace minerals. I was with a company in the 1990s that created an essentials product of vitamins and minerals. I think well over 1 million people every day now take that product for their vitamins and minerals. We happen to believe that our Core Essentials is going to stand out as the finest vitamin supplement on the market. So Emick, talk to the Vasayo community a little bit about our foundational product, our Core Essentials, if you would.
Absolutely. So this product really is designed to be a food on its own. The way we really thought about our product was, what do people do on an average day? You wake up, you have breakfast, you have lunch, you have dinner, you have some snacks in between, and hopefully you're drinking plenty of water. So what we did was try and complement it with our Core Essential brand. So this is going to really fill in the gaps for nutrition. Maybe you ate enough, but you didn't eat enough fruit or vegetables and things like that. So now we're going to add in some of those ingredients that you may have missed out during the day. Right? We have components in there such as vitamin D and K to help your body absorb all the calcium that you eat during the day. Right? Nowadays, everything is fortified with calcium. You have a piece of bread, it's fortified with calcium. You have juice, it's fortified with calcium. So now we're providing the body with the nutrients that are absorbed well to help take that calcium and actually use it in your bones. We have a comprehensive B vitamin component to this formula. And that's really designed to help promote your brain health, help take all the fats and carbohydrates that you eat during the day and convert them into healthy energy. We have other components like chromium, which are really going to help take sugar and metabolize it so you don't get those sugar blood level spikes. And your body is able to use it and once again convert it into healthy energy. Iodine to help support the thyroid and your metabolism, and some of the good trace minerals and small RDA minerals such as selenium, manganese, and molybdenum to really help have a complete, well-rounded nutritional array.
So Emick, if we were getting all of our fruits and vegetables every day, and if the soils weren't being depleted of nutrients, that is the reality in the world we live in, we may not need this product. But the reality is with the pollutants in the air and the free radicals that we're exposed to, and not getting the vegetables and the fruits in its purest form, it is becoming increasingly more important for us to supplement. This is a 1 a day, folks. I love that, and it's in a capsule. Inside this capsule, it's a vegetable-based capsule. It's a powder inside, and that's all wrapped in these bubbles that Emick talks about in a liposome. So all of these products have the liposome delivery. So it's a 1 a day. Get up in the morning and take your vitamin and mineral. You're done for the day, and that's your foundational piece. Then go out and eat as good as you can, knowing that you've got the finest vitamins and trace minerals to help supplement your diet. Is that accurate, or anything you want to add with that, Emick?
No, I mean that's exactly right. I mean the idea is that not only are we going to fill in the gaps, but we're going to help you utilize whatever it is that you actually do eat during the day. right? So we really spent a lot of time making sure that this is going to complement your everyday activities, right? Because we can't pretend like this capsule is the only thing that people are going to eat, right? We have to take that into account.
The other thing is that I'm excited about with this product, everybody, is that I'm looking forward to not having the upset stomach. Seems like before, whatever vitamin supplement I was taking, unless I had a full stomach of food, it always upset my stomach, and I think it was the B vitamins. But Emic is assuring me that because of the liposomes, we won't have the upset stomach. True or false?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You know, between this coatings and, you know, these lipids helping absorb the nutrition, there's also going to be a nice time release component to it. So, you know, your stomach is going to be very well protected.
The last thing I'll say about this, Emic, is because the capsule that we're using, we're not using these artificial colors. So the color is going to be the color that they see in this capsule that they swallow for their vitamins and minerals. It's going to be the natural colors, correct, of the nutrients?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because, you know, we didn't want to add things in just for show. Every single thing we want to do is part of this clean label concept, right, where we don't add, you know, additives and red number 3 and green number 5 and all these kind of things. So everything in this is completely natural. It's exactly what it's.
One of our core philosophies at the company is to maximize efficiency and minimize waste. And that goes in every area, including the products that we take. Emic, are you still there?
Certainly am.
Okay, I thought I lost you there. Let's move on to product number 2. I'm so excited about this product. It's called Neuro. And this product, again, like the Core Essentials, is going to be in a capsule form. Talk to us about the purpose of this product, Emic.
Well, the purpose of this product is it's kind of like a meal for your brain, right? It's like, how do you nourish your mind? How do you nourish your brain to get the healthiest brain that you possibly can, right? Because if your brain isn't healthy and you don't give the brain the support that you need, then, you know, there's some quality of life issues, right? And the real point of this product is to give people the absolute highest quality of life possible. And I don't want to go through and list all the different ingredients because people can read the label on their own, but they'll see ingredients such as acetylcholine, which helps, you know, stabilize brain membranes and cells, and is critical to various different pathways to create hormones that are really, really important for your brain to stay healthy and full. You know, we have other ingredients in there to really, really help support your memory and different functions in your brain that allow for recall, etc. So basically what we're doing is this is a meal for your brain. It fills in all the gaps of ingredients that you don't get enough of during the day from your food.
Fantastic. Very excited about this product. Folks, this just brings up a point. You're going to get on these products, and all of a sudden everyone is going to want to tell their story about these amazing results they're having, and you're going to want to record it and put it up on YouTube. I'm going to bring in Brian Gill in a few minutes. Our Chief Marketing Officer is going to be talking about the do's and don'ts. We're not going to allow YouTube videos because that's where companies get into trouble because people are excited. You know, your personal experience is your personal experience, but we can't have those YouTube videos floating out there on the amazing results you had on the product. So the company is going to create the videos and things that you can say about the products. Let's go on to the third product, Emic. And this is the Energy product, and this is going to come in a liquid gel in a 2-ounce bottle. Talk to us about the purpose of this product and maybe the viscosity and what they can expect on this.
Great. So this product, I mean, just to give you a feel for it, it's going to come in a bottle with a sprayer on it, and it's about the viscosity of olive oil. And the ingredients in there are really fantastic to give you energy. And this isn't a stimulant type of energy. This isn't that nervous coffee feeling. This is herbs from around the world, such as maca and rhodiola and a few other, that for thousands of years people have known help them oxygenate their blood and help their natural energy production in their body work well, right? And of course, there's also some other components in there because usually when you need energy, right, you're getting up, you're rushing through your day, trying to put, you know, the kids on the bus to go to school, you're also under some stress. And these same herbs also help with stress support and help really modulate and work with your body to bring up your energy so your metabolism works well, but also be a good adaptogenic formula.
So do you see this, you get up in the morning, you take this, is it going to be something that it's time release, 5-6 hours, whatever, or do you think some people will want to take another shot of it in the afternoon? A squirt of it, I should say?
Always, everybody's a little bit different. I'm one of those people, I take one shot of this a day, and that's perfectly good for me. I know other people that, they'll take 2-3 shots at a time. Of course, we recommend one dose a day.
Okay.
But the idea is, and of course, you don't want to take this late at night either, right? You want energy, early in the day, midday, etc. But I mean,
okay.
This formula really, really well works.
How about,
really well. And I personally use it when I exercise, especially when I jog.
What about 5-hour Red Bull? The typical products in the market. People take it and they've got the spike, and all of a sudden they have the crash. Take 30 seconds and talk about whether you're a fan of these products or not.
Well, those products are just completely different. Like I said, those products generally contain a lot of sugar and a lot of caffeine. And that's one way of getting energy. Of course, we all know sugar is, it's calories, right? That's what your body burns to make energy. However, in these products, what we prefer to do was keep them sugar-free so that it's not going to take you up to some kind of glycemic spike and back down, right? These are going to be naturally flavored with natural sweeteners such as stevia, etc. And the other thing is that people already have an option for those kind of products if that's what they really want. If they really wanted 100 or 200 milligrams of caffeine, that's already available. What we wanted to do was give people an alternative, a good, natural, healthy alternative, where we feel that we give them a better path to energize their life.
Okay, caffeine. Just quickly, and maybe I'm sorry we're taking too long, but caffeine, good for you, bad for you? Should people be drinking a lot of coffee? Can they wean themselves off the coffee with this product? Just give us the quick 30-second caffeine opinion.
Caffeine, it depends who you talk to, right? I personally don't drink coffee or use any kind of caffeine. I have a very, very negative reaction to it. I can't sleep. It makes me shake a little bit, and I don't really enjoy it. And that's the case for a lot of people. There's a lot of people out there that are really addicted to caffeine. So, I think that there's going to be a good number of people out there that will view this as an alternative where they can perhaps start weaning themselves off caffeine and get an alternative form of energy during the day.
Okay, excellent. Okay, let's go on to the fourth product. This is called Renew, and this is going to be, again, in a 2-ounce bottle, and this is a gel, a liquid gel as well. So talk to us about the purpose of Renew.
So the purpose of Renew is really to give you a good, comprehensive formula with curcumin in there and ginger. The two are related, of course. It's got some shiitake, acai, and resveratrol. And the concept there is to really give your body the tools to help support its antioxidant system, right? And when you support your antioxidant system, it helps do things like prevent oxidative damage for DNA, etc. And people are really going to feel this after a few weeks to a month. They'll notice they have a better spring to their steps. Maybe they get out of bed a little bit easier in the morning. And that's the whole concept behind it. It's really going to protect your body's core. So
it's anti-aging benefits?
Yes, that's the concept. I mean, resveratrol and curcumin are oftentimes used for what's deemed as anti-aging.
And also we're putting acai in this product, are we not?
Absolutely. I mean, we all know the amazing story behind acai and how healthy it is and all the phenomenal benefits that you can get from it. So we figured out that this would be the right product to include the, acai berry in.
Excellent. And this is really, I mean, it's targeted towards people just like for joint health. Is that fair to say? Aches and pains and stuff like that? Anti-aging and kind of aches and pains?
I would take it a step further and say this is like a whole body support. This is just going to really help support every single aspect of your body, period.
Excellent. Okay, let's talk briefly about the fifth member of the starting lineup. And this is the sleep product that is in a spray. It's kind of like a mist. I've been on this product for the last 2.5 weeks along with Carrie. I take it every night, and I am loving it. I mean, as I've told you before, I am not sleeping very much because there's so much going on we've got a million things to do between now and January, but I take my mist of sleep and I'm sleeping deeper than I was before, and I can get up and I can go to work at 4 o'clock in the morning and get stuff done. It's not go to work, it's go to fun, because this is all fun. But Emic, talk to us about the sleep product, the purpose of why this product was designed.
Right, so this product really has two functionalities. The first one is, from a mechanical standpoint, help you go to sleep, right? So we know that GABA is one of the ingredients in there, and it helps you kind of start calming down and starts preparing yourself to go to sleep. Then, of course, we also included melatonin, and melatonin helps signal your brain to actually go to sleep. Now, what's interesting about sleep is that it's the only time that your brain gets to detox, right? So during the day, when you're walking around thinking, your body can detox, but your brain can't. So what we did was we included a few more ingredients to really help increase the amount of things like glutathione in your brain, which is critical to every single step of detoxification in your body, right? And then we also included two other supporters for that to help recycle the glutathione, to keep the detox going while you're asleep, and to help generate it at the same time. So we have components in there to help you start relaxing and going to sleep, followed by signaling to go to sleep, and then while you're asleep, clean out your brain and really get the detoxification process going.
Folks, this is all disruptive. That's the starting lineup. We've got 5 big categories: the core essentials for your vitamins and minerals, the neuro for the mind, energy, renew for your anti-aging, aches and pains for the whole body, and then sleep to help you get a restful sleep and detox the brain. Emic, I'm so excited about January. You got anything else you want to add, Emic, before we move on?
No, this is just the beginning, right? We're going to start with these 5, and then, as we understand what, benefits we can all get from these products and see what the demands are, we're going to keep on going. This is just the start.
We're excited about the relationship, Emic, and you guys that haven't met Emic yet, Emic is the spokesperson for the MicroLife line of nutritional products. He's going to be speaking at the conventions and the face of this particular brand, the MicroLife brand within the Vasayo enterprise. So looking forward to January, Emic. And okay, I wanted to cover a couple of other things. I know we've gone on for a while, but this was an important discussion. We've heard you. These are the things that people want to know. What's your compensation? What are your products? When are you launching? When can I enroll? So really quickly, the compensation. I was one of the first in the world to introduce the binary compensation plan. I've been doing it for almost 30 years. I think it's been like 27 years. And my sister's got a check every week for 27 years. So you get with the right company with products that consumers want and are willing to use over and over again. I have found the binary compensation plan to be the most stable type of a compensation plan in the industry. So we are going with the binary compensation plan. We have one master distributor couple coming out of Vasayo at the base of the tree. I'm not going to have 10 frontline couples. I've got one. That's Holly and Corbin Roush. I've known them for years. They were in my former community. They enrolled as number 43,000 something. So if you're not in the first 100, don't feel like you've lost your opportunity. That's just simply not true. Or the first 1,000 or 10,000 or 50,000. Our goal is to build a legacy company that you can pass on to your grandchildren. We're using a binary compensation plan. There's going to be 8 ways to make money. There's a check match, 5%, 7 generations deep. So a 60% payout. That's the cap. So it's going to be very rich. We've tried to organize or create the plan for all the shareholders, like the letter that I read. It's got to work on the front of the plan for the people to make an extra $500 a month to $1,000 a month. And then the middle of the plan, and then rich enough for the people who want to get on planes, trains, and automobiles and create wealth. I think that we've done a masterful job of making sure that we've looked at all the shareholders within the plan, the stakeholders, the beginning, the middle, and the top of the plan. When can you enroll? Write this date down. Actually, don't. I'm going to do my best. I told you I was always going to be honest, and I'm going to do my best to be honest. I'm hoping for the date of November 21st for you to be able to go in and lock down your position in the tree. That date is going to be fully dependent upon our software provider, who's working night and day on programming the compensation plan that will allow you on November 21st to get in and secure your spot. So what can you do between now and then? Send people to Vasayo.com to watch that video of Carrie and I. If they say, yeah, I'm interested, then have them listen to this Facebook call or watch this Facebook call where Dr. Emmett Blair is explaining the products. They want to know what are your products and why would I want those products? I think Dr. Emmett Blair just explained to you why every person on the planet ought to be on those products. So November 21st is tentatively the date that you can get in there and secure your spot. And then January 3rd, because 3 is my favorite number, that's the date where we start the soft launch. Assuming that the software is all done and no hiccups, my goal is for January 3rd for us to be able to go in, run your credit card to order your products, and then around the middle of January, the first batch of products ship. We're doing everything we can to try to get that date as close to the 3rd of January as possible. My gut is that it's going to be around the middle of January before products start shipping in the United States. And again, thanks, Emick. I like the piano too. So anyway, we'll be shipping in the U.S. and shipping up in Canada not for resale purposes. And then around the end of the first quarter of 2017, the beginning of the second quarter, we will open up Hong Kong. So we're excited. Those are the markets we're going to be focusing on. The United States, Canada, the first quarter of 2017, and then Hong Kong. With that, have I covered it? The products, the compensation plan. You can enroll November 21st. Now, the last part, and this is going to be quick, I want to bring in our Chief Marketing Officer, my good friend, Mr. Brian Gill.
Hello, Alan.
Hi, Brian. We're going to talk about the do's and the don'ts. What you can do is send people to Vasayo.com to watch that video. What you can do is go like our Facebook page, Facebook.com or Facebook/Vasayo. Like that page. Send your prospects to watch this call and anything else. We will keep you up to date on when meetings are going to be held. The next Facebook Live call is on November 17th at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So all the announcements will be up on Facebook. But we've noticed that some people, in your enthusiasm, have gone on and formed names like Join Vasayo and Team Vasayo. And so Brian, in his infinite wisdom, is going to share with you the do's. We've talked about the do's, but now I'll bring Brian in to talk about what we don't want you to be doing, because we want to preserve the opportunity and keep it pure. Just like Emick has got the products in their purity, we want the opportunity to be in its purest form. So Brian, share with the Vasayo community some of the things that they can't be doing right now that maybe some of them are doing.
Thank you, Dallin, and thank you for your excitement and early engagement online. There's nothing more that we want than to have a brand partner base that is engaged and excited. Now with that, we do need to tighten our belts in a couple of areas. When it comes to domain names and your URLs, you cannot use Vasayo in the domain name. There are some examples out there already that are positioning themselves as if they are already pre-enrolling. And as you heard Dallin say, pre-enrollments are going to be starting on November 21st. So if you have Vasayo in your domain name, such as joinvasayo.com or vasayoenroll.com, enroll Vasayo, or any iteration of that needs to be taken out. And the guiding principle here is so that there's no confusion. Anyone should be able to come to a website or a social media profile and easily tell which is a corporate property and which is that of a brand partner. The second thing that you should not do, and this is best practice, you should not have the Vasayo logo as your profile picture. You should not have Vasayo as your profile name. Again, that muddies the water. Somebody coming and looking at that profile picture wouldn't know if they're corporate or a brand partner. Now here's what you can do.
Is that all they can't do? 2 things?
No, there's more. The full policies will be coming out, but there's 2. These are the 2 that I wanted to talk about
Brian.
today.
I like that list.
So here's what you can do. We share in this brand together. Again, I've mentioned on a previous call that the number 1 asset of this company is you, our brand partners, and the number 2 asset is the brand. So when we talk about compliance, we're really talking about how corporate and our brand partners can protect and promote this brand. So we know you want to talk about Vasayo. So you can call your Facebook page, for example, Vasayo by Brian, Vasayo by Dallin, right?
I guess. Okay.
If you went to that page and it said Vasayo by Brian, would you clearly know if that's corporate or a brand partner?
No,
You wouldn't?
no.
You're supposed to say yes.
Oh, no. But if you think it's okay, then okay.
Dallin and I will talk offline. But that's a great way to represent yourself. And you don't have to do that. My personal opinion is that you're a person first.
Create your own brand, right?
Yep, you should be a person first. You should be a happy Vasayo customer second and a brand partner third. And so I mentioned that because Dallin, a lot of people do want to have Vasayo in their name. And the way to do that is Vasayo by your name.
Okay, if you're okay with that, then I'm okay with that. So those are a couple of things. Like, just don't use Team Vasayo, join Vasayo. Everyone's free to choose their own sponsor. We always tell people, like, honor the person who showed you Vasayo, but at the end of the day, you're free to choose your own sponsor. And I try to stay out of that. Everyone's free to choose. Don't call me and ask me, Dallin, who should be my sponsor, because I'm gonna say that's your choice. It's a free country. So anything else, Brian, for now?
Just add on, same principle applies to group pages. I see a lot of you out there are creating group pages for you to kind of corral your prospects into. And that's great. Again, just name it Vasayo by your name or your team name so that it's clearly distinguishable from corporate. And
we appreciate you wanting to help create the brand and the culture. We need you to help us create the brand and the culture. I know my wife, Carrie, is so excited about, she was not a big fan of the swag that we had in our former community, a lot of gray. You know, it seemed like everything that came out was gray, and that's not my favorite, nor is it Carrie's favorite color. She's a pretty vibrant gal. So she is going to be intimately involved in the creation of hats and shirts and workout gear and stuff like that you would want to wear, whether or not you were involved in Vasayo or not. So she's excited about that. We're excited about getting some stuff out there that you can start branding your business with. So, all right, I think we've covered it. We've gone long enough. Let's go watch Game 7 of the World Series, and we're always politically correct here. So of course I can't tell you who I'm cheering for. So go Cubs. All right. So the next Facebook call is, I actually like the Cubs and the Indians. I'm a Red Sox guy, but I love Major League Baseball. But you know, it's the curse of the goat. It's time for that to end, right? So the next Facebook live call is on the 17th of November at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Until that time, keep coming to the Facebook Vasayo page. Send your prospects to vasayo.com to watch that video. Brian will keep you posted on new updates as things are evolving. This is very fluid. This is organic. You now know the name of the company. You know the acronym for what it stands for. You know the MicroLife brand name. You know that Dr. Emmett Blair has created the starting lineup, our first 5 products. You know that on or about January 3rd, you're going to be able to order your brand partner kit, place your order for your first package of products. And I will say that the soft launch will go roughly the first half of 2017, and then we will have a major function for our grand opening, and you'll be getting details on when and where that's going to take place, along with some pretty amazing incentives for you to get off to a quick start so you're recognized at our grand opening. And literally, there will be thousands upon thousands of people at that event from throughout the United States and Canada and probably parts of Asia. So with that, go out and enjoy the World Series. Thanks, everybody. Nice visiting with you. We're continuing day to day to build a brand that we can trust. Vasayo. God bless you and your families till we talk again.